Hi, it's Kira from Super Kids Speech. Today's Super Kids Quick Tip is about how to organize your child's toys to maximize speech and language development. Now, you might be saying, what does one have to do with the other? But actually, a lot. If you take a look at some of the world's leading early childhood teaching approaches, such as Montessori or Reggio Emilia, you'll see that they really focus a lot on the child's environment and the items that the child interacts with. And the reason for this is because the child can develop much richer language skills when they have deeper, high quality, sustained play, which means that their play gradually gets longer and longer. They can really focus on something for a period of time. They play with each item individually, and they start to learn problem solving skills and start to progress in their play, imitating adult language and behaviors. And so the way that you can do this is by making sure their toys are accessible, organized, and easy to clean up, and so that they can take ownership over them. And so there's 3 parts to this tip. Number 1 is make sure you don't have too many toys out at a time, so just a few toys. Number 2 is use open shelving to store your toys for easy access. And number 3 is label, label, label. So I'll go through those really quickly. I'll move out of the way so you can see my toy shelf here. So I usually don't have more than 8 to 10 toys out at a time. And the reason for this is because you want your child to have enough choices in their play, but not be so overwhelmed that they don't know what to go for. Because if they have too many choices, they're gonna maybe play with something for a minute and put it down and go to the next thing. And it's also kind of having to do with the video before, with not having too many things with batteries and bells and whistles, because that also will take their focus off of things. So if you're having one toy with some batteries and has some technology out at a time, that should be good. The rest of it should be a little bit more open-ended and toys like we talked about before. Number 2 is make sure you use open shelving. So I don't have, one big basket to put everything in, because a lot of times you think that might be easier. Just put everything in one basket, easy for cleanup. The problem is that number 1, the toys on the bottom get totally lost or forgotten. And number 2, a lot of times toys that have different parts, or, you might have a toy ramp with cars that go with it, and they might get separated, and then it's difficult, to find the pieces. And again, that's diminishing their play because they really can't play appropriately with that object. And then lastly is label. Labeling is so important because not only is it organized to the eye and the parent knows where everything goes, but the child does too. And it creates a sense of ownership over their items. And they really want to help you clean up and kind of keep things in order. And all of that helps them sustain their play and develop richer, more complex skills. I'll show you really quickly here. Right back there and here are little labels that I got from Target. They're just clip-on labels. They come blank, and then you can write on them with permanent marker. Make sure that you write the words and put the pictures, because young children obviously can't read yet. So if they have the pictures there for reference, they know where everything goes, and they can eventually clean up themselves, hopefully. You can use something like that. You can use masking tape. You can use a little piece of cardstock. If you punch a hole in it and you put a string, you can tie it around a wicker basket. Or the easiest is just buy a plastic bin, write on it with a permanent marker, draw a little picture, and you're done. You can always wipe that off later with an alcohol rub, with an alcohol wipe, and then reuse it for something else. So really, those things are really going to change your environment, which allows children to sustain their play. And I guarantee you're gonna see a difference in the way that your child interacts with their items if you try this. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. See you next time.